Oh, goody.
All right, what's going on, everybody? Zombies here again, and today we're back with another Marvel Snap video. So in this one, we're taking a look at some of the new Datamine information that we received with today's patch. As always, Datamines are subject to change. Some of the stuff we see here might not be final and could change before release, but it does give us a good idea of the general vibes on like what is coming down the line and what we can expect, including some updated Spotlight cache schedules. So let's take a look at the new cards and the updated schedule. First up, we have the Agent Venom season. I believe this is going to be the October season, following the Symbiote Spider-Man one, Agent Venom being our season pass card, and then Carnage and Venom being our other variants for the month. Looks like we also have a black border thrown in there, which seems to be a new addition to the season pass. So I'm a huge fan of all things Symbiote, so I'm pretty excited for this one. Agent Venom is a 2/4 that reads, on reveal, set the power of all cards in your deck to 4. So interesting ability. Cerebro 4 fans are partying in the streets upon seeing this. Yeah, it seems like a cool one. I like things that really require some interesting deck building concessions like this, to where you won't want to run cards with higher power, or maybe you do. Maybe you can finally run cards with higher power and good effects in Cerebro 4. Only time will tell, but I do think this could be very powerful with things like Cerebro, Mystique, Iron Man, so on and so forth. So pretty cool card. Should be fun. And we have Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom is a 4/6 on reveal. Set the cost and power of your deck's top card to 0. Finally, a little bit more Howard the Buff synergy. So you could use Howard to look at your top card and determine if it's time to play Anti-Venom or not. I think in general this would be kind of like Iron Lad, where you just build your deck in a way where most of the hits you're getting off of it will get value out of their effect rather than their body. So being able to play a powerful effect for 0 while also enabling that with a decently statted body seems good to me. These changes here aren't super relevant, just some text changes. The Blink one was actually in the patch, where now Blink can see the cost of cards being changed in the deck, and a lot of these are just some wording template updates. The cards didn't actually change. And we have Misery. Misery is a 5/10. On reveal, repeat the on reveal abilities of your other cards here, then destroy them. This is pretty interesting. I have a hard time thinking of what deck in particular really wants this ability. Obviously something very on reveal heavy. Maybe this is a card that actually finds its way into destroy, because a lot of these, actually almost all of these symbiotes really don't have a whole lot to do with the destroy theme, which I think will be a little disappointing to some people, because, you know, Venom, Carnage, they're all about the destroy archetype. But this is the one that is the destroy card of the bunch. Curious to see how that one ends up going. Moon Knight was a buff from today's patch. Now instead of discarding a random card from each player's hand, now it discards a even cost card from each player's hand. Definitely a nice buff to Moon Knight, a card that's been not super relevant in a while. Nothing too crazy, but it is nice you have a little bit more selection in terms of what is getting discarded. And we have Scorn. Scorn is a 1/2. When you discard this, give its power to one of your cards in play. Return this to hand with +1 power. So yeah, just more fodder for discard. I think something like this is not a bad addition to discard. I think discard's been struggling quite a bit. So something that will keep regenerating in your hand, keep growing, while at the same time making sure the board keeps growing in terms of stats. Seems like a interesting prospect for the discard archetype. And then we have Scream. Scream is a 2/1. When an enemy card moves, steal 2 power from it once per turn. Kingpin is in shambles. So move is a hugely popular archetype in the game right now. And now it looks like we are getting another counter card for it that, unlike Kingpin, does not require the move cards to be in his specific lane. So if move remains popular, I could very much expect to see something like this being pretty good. However, the once per turn thing does limit it a bit. because a lot of the time the move decks really are moving all their cards all at once. You're not really moving Jeff one turn and then moving Nocturne another turn. Usually players wait till the final turn. So I'm interested to see if it maintains that once per turn text long term, as it does limit its potential a bit. Then we have Toxin, the last card of the bunch here. 3/2 on reveal. Return your other cards here to your hand. +2 power for each return. So kind of like Beast, but instead of providing a cheaper cost reduction for the cards, he is getting stats for it. Bounce decks really like having that added redundancy, and I would not be surprised to see this card potentially pushing out something like Falcon in those kind of strategies. Utau the Watcher was another one that was buffed in today's patch. Start of the game, you get to see all the unrevealed locations instead of just the right one. This card probably still doesn't see any play, but hey, if you're a Cerebro 2 fan, which is one of the decks that cares most about bad locations and whatnot, maybe he is actually worth considering. And then we also have Wiccan getting a bit of a buff here. The cards for next month look pretty weak, and Wiccan is definitely one of the weaker ones, and now he's going from a 4/5 to a 4/7. The extra stats are nice. Is it enough to make people really want to commit to the deck building requirements of building this card? Personally, I don't really think so, but at the very least, it should make it a little bit more of an incentive to try stuff out for the bigger body. And then we get another little preview here of what is presumably the season after October, November, with some art for Frigga, Furnace Wolf, Malkith, and Salter. I want to say this is Asgardian related, but I'm not super up to date on the lore stuff there, so if you're familiar with these characters and what the seasonal theme might be as a result of it, definitely let me know in the comments below. Then we have some new referenced cards. So these are cards where their names are somewhere in the files, but we don't have any more information aside from that. We have Banner Hulk, Ares, Laufey, Doom 2099, Penny Parker, Tombstone, Rocket and Groot, Galacta, and Luna Snow, which looks like it could be a Marvel Rivals crossover. I know there's a lot of buzz in the Snap community surrounding Marvel Rivals, which is currently having its closed beta right now. A lot of people seem to be liking. Pretty cool game. So very cool if they can get a crossover going with Snap. I think that would be great for both games. There's also a League Pass, so this won't be during the first league, but probably will be during some future ones. And it will be similar to the Gold Pass, a $5 pass, where you get access to winning better rewards in leagues. We have some new locations. Our Lady of Saints. After your revealed cards fill this, merge them into a symbiote. And then Feast after you play a card here, all players get +1 energy next turn. So kind of neat ones. New ultimate variant in Kim Jacinto Annihilus. We can see the Spotlight cash schedule. I don't believe any of these ones we already knew has changed. To my knowledge, it looks the same to me. But we can see, I don't think these have changed at all, but I could be wrong about that. I don't exactly remember what some of them were. But we're starting out September with Silver Sable, Mockingbird, and US Agent from the 3rd to the 10th. Madam Web, Silk, and Eliath from the 10th to the 17th. Arana, Miss Marvel, and Sage from the 17th to the 24th. And Scarlet Spider, Scar, and White Widow from the 24th to the 1st. Then October, we have Scream, Man-Thing, and Mobius from the 1st to the 8th. Misery, War Machine, and Namora from the 8th to the 15th. Scorn, Jean Grey, and Shaw from the 15th to the 22nd. And Toxin, Zabu, and Elsa Bloodstone from the 22nd to the 29th. Oh, and Anti-Venom. I guess it's a 5-week season. So Anti-Venom, Supergiant, and Ghost Spider from the 29th to the 5th. So I love me some symbiotes. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing how these cards impact the game. So yeah, I love me some symbiotes, and I'm looking forward to seeing these ones in the game. Other than that, we have a bunch of new variants listed. A whole lot of variants here as usual. as well as some variants that have gotten release dates from older Datamines. So if you want to check out any more specifics regarding these, I'll have a link in the description where you can check out the page we're looking at here. We have new card backs. We don't see those yet. Apparently their art isn't in yet. Some new emotes. Here's Carnage and Lethal Crier. Some new albums. We have an Absolutely Savage album here, doing a lot of the Savage Lands from, I believe, Alex Horley. Then there is the Gangs All Here, Spider-Man's Rogues Gallery. That's a pretty cool one. I love the me and the boys emote. It's definitely a fun one. And then Peach Momoko Nightmare. So a lot of more nightmarish Peach kind of art. I like this stuff quite a bit myself. That's where you're going to be finding that Carnage emote. Then we have some more character albums. So they recently did these with Deadpool and Wolverine, and it looks like Venom and Carnage are going to be our next ones up, with some rewards being some credits, the reaction set with Venom, and a avatar and variant for Venom, and then Carnage having a similar set of rewards but with collector's tokens instead of the credits. We got some new titles here, new bundles. I'm pretty sure the bundle stuff hasn't changed. This came out a few days ago before the patch, but we can quickly scroll through it here for those who may not have seen it yet. But yeah, that is pretty much all the patch information stuff. Definitely some pretty cool stuff there. As someone whose favorite character is Venom and really likes the symbiote stuff, I'm very much looking forward to the September and the October seasons. They're looking to be probably my favorite seasons of the year so far in Snap. So let me know what you think in the comments below about the cards we saw today. What are you excited for? What designs do you like? I'd love to hear it. That's going to wrap it up for this video, though. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.